They called him crazy. They mocked his ideas, ridiculed his dreams. Every time he shared his vision, they laughed louder. They couldn't see what he saw, couldn't understand the fire that burned within him. But he kept going, driven by relentless determination. He believed in his vision, working tirelessly, often late into the night. He saw beyond the horizon, a future filled with possibilities, a light in the dark, a beacon of hope guiding him. This is a story about why optimism isn't blind hope. It's the greatest weapon you'll ever carry. Let me show you why. Optimism is about seeing the light in the darkest times and believing in a better future. There was a man who lived through hell. He grew up in a place where opportunity was just a word in a textbook. Gunshots were louder than dreams, and survival came before success. But deep inside, there was a spark, a whisper that said, "This isn't where you're supposed to stay." And so, he began his journey. He didn't have the resources, didn't have the support. He was just an ordinary person living an ordinary life. But deep inside, he had something extraordinary. Amidst the chaos, there was a spark. What he had was vision. A vision that kept him awake at night, sketching ideas in his notebook. And vision without optimism is just fantasy. He needed to believe. When you believe in it and let that vision guide your every step. He started writing his goals down, not because they were realistic, but because they were necessary. Each goal was a stepping stone, a crucial part of the bigger picture he envisioned for his life. He visualized waking up in a penthouse, the morning sun casting a golden hue over the city skyline. He imagined handing his mom the keys to a new house, a symbol of his gratitude and success. He pictured walking into a room, his presence commanding attention and respect, and everyone knowing his name, not for who he was, but for who he became. And even on the days when reality didn't match the dream, he kept speaking life into it. That's optimism, not pretending things are good, but knowing they will be, if you don't stop. Every step, every effort, brings the dream closer. Let's be real, optimism gets tested when life hits you in the mouth. You lose the job, you lose the girl, your car breaks down, your account hits negative, and people say, maybe you should be more realistic. But true optimism shines brightest in the darkest times. It's about finding light even when everything seems dark. But here's the truth, realists survive. Optimists win. Because realists only work with what they see. Optimists create what doesn't exist yet. Realists are grounded in the present, while optimists envision the future. Both perspectives are essential, but optimism drives progress. Think about every legend you admire. They all had to believe in the impossible before it became visible. Oprah was told she wasn't fit for TV. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Steve Harvey was homeless and sleeping in his car. Yet, they all rose above their challenges. The only thing that kept them going? They refused to accept failure as the end. They chose faith over fear, possibility over pain, future over failure. And now they stand as proof that faith can move mountains. Their journey from darkness to light is a testament to the power of optimism. Here's the part people don't get. Optimism isn't soft, it's not naive, it's not some fake positivity. Optimism is a discipline, a choice, a mindset. It's about resilience, about seeing the light even in the darkest times. When you've been through enough pain and still have the nerve to smile, that's power. When people expect you to break, but you show up anyway, that's power. When nothing around you looks like success, but you walk like a king anyway, that's power. Resilience is not just about surviving, it's about thriving despite the odds. So here's what I want you to remember, you don't have to know how it's going to happen, you don't need to see the full staircase, you just need one thing, the belief that something better is coming. Hold on to that belief, and let it guide you. And every day you wake up and move like it's already yours, that belief turns into momentum, that momentum turns into action, and that action turns into results. It's about taking those small steps consistently with unwavering faith. Each step builds on the last, creating a path to your dreams. Remember, it's not just about dreaming but doing. Turning belief into action is the key to unlocking your potential. But if you doubt too early, if you let the wrong voices in your ear, if you listen to people who gave up on themselves, you'll sabotage a destiny that was already yours. So protect your energy, limit conversations, and when you feel that fire dimming, light it back up. Keep your spirit strong. With vision, with action, with faith, we achieve greatness. Because one day you're going to look back, and the people who laughed, they'll be watching from the sidelines, and the ones who doubted, they'll say, "I always knew you'd make it." But you'll know the truth. It wasn't luck, it wasn't chance, it was optimism. The quiet belief that even in the dark, you were born to shine. And with that belief, you can light up the world.